Welcome back, guys. In this lesson, we're going to set up our player character controller using the Unity 2D platformer controller from the standard assets. We're going to build a little character using that. We're going to pretty much use the standard prefab that comes with the asset. We're going to make a couple tweaks to some of the settings for that component, and then we're going to have our guy running around in our level. So let's jump into Unity. What I want to do is go to the Asset Store tab, and I want to search for Standard Assets. This is the one we want right here. And all I have to do is simply click Import and import this package. Now, this will come with a lot of stuff that we simply do not need, but we're going to try to break it down to the things that we do need. So if I were to just take and just minimize everything, just like that, I can see I don't want any of the scenes. I don't need any of the setup scenes. I'm going to want, let's just take all of this and collapse it down as well. It's a lot of stuff. So I do not want cameras. I do not want effects. I don't want the environment or fonts or particle systems. So no physics materials, no prototyping, no utility, and no vehicles. All I want is the 2D. I don't want the characters because the 2D character is inside of the 2D folder. And I want the cross-platform input and the editor. Import those packages. And after we've done that, go back to our scene view here. And I want to simply go to my standard assets folder. I want to go to 2D, go over to prefabs, and we have character robot boy.prefab. Drag this guy out into our game world. Now he's a little big. I'm going to make him just like 1 by 1, maybe like 1.3 by 1.3. That might be fine just like that. And we have an error that is something in editor. Yeah, we have water. We don't want water. We should have deleted that import as well. That way we can actually compile. And then just by clicking play, we have a little guy in our scene here that we can run around our level. And notice, so sometimes whenever I'm falling into the ground, I'm falling pretty fast, I seem to get stuck in my platform, which is not what I want to do. A couple things we could do here, but one thing I want to try is just by taking the collision detection and setting it to be continuous on our character. That way it's constantly checking for collisions. Let's try this out and see if we can get stuck again. Notice with that being set that way, when I fall into the ground, it's a solid oomph. But if I have it set to discrete, fall to the ground, I kind of hit the ground and then rise back up, like it's trying to resolve the collision, but it's a little late for that sometimes. So I want to set that to continuous so we don't have that problem. And it's a simple solution to a simple problem. And to change the way that our character behaves, we can change some of the settings from the platform character 2D component that we have right here. So hold down Control, we can see that I crouch and walk, which is a pretty cool feature. I can increase the speed at which I can crouch and walk very simply. Crouching may not be the most useful for this, but it's in there, so that's fine. Max speed, you can change the maximum speed they can go. Now they'll still accelerate up to that point. Now, one thing I want to do is if we try to run up against a wall here, like I'll do this right here. Notice I just get stuck in the wall. Now, that's not great. It's not what we want to do. So what I can do to fix that is if we go to our main tile map, we go to our composite collider 2D, and we can change the physics material 2D to be something slippery. Now, this is included in the standard assets, which is going to just kind of remove the friction from our collider, from the collision that's happening here. If we click on this material that we have, we can see friction and bounciness, they're just both set to 0. Now we have sticky, which is very frictiony, and then we have bouncy, which is a little bouncy and a little frictiony. So if we try it with the frictiony on, run up against the wall, I just hit it and slide down. That's exactly what we want. But we also don't want to get stuck on the side of our one-way platforms. So we can change the physics material for that as well to slippery. Very cool. So that's going to be it for this lesson, guys. In the next lesson, we're going to start working on our enemies. My name is Austin, and I will see you there.